everyone. In this video I'm going to show how to create an instance in Windows. Uh, it's a little different from AWS. The Windows instances in Google Cloud. I'll start with the first step. First we have to choose the project that we want to build our instance. In this case, I have already created it, but if you want to create a new project, you still have an option to give a name, and automatically the Google platform is going to give a name and a number and also an ID, which is necessary information to know and to organize your services. And also you're going to see that most of the command line in G-Cloud, they use even the project, the specification of this command, even though the Google Cloud gives lots of options to copy paste them. Actually, when you read them, they have specified even the ID of the project. So as you can see in my dashboard, I have already created some instances. As you see, one of them is running and is the instance 2, which has an external IP, and if you can see, the connection is RDP, which is different from the other instances, since the other instances 1, 3, 4 are instances created in Ubuntu, and the only instance that I have already created is the instance 2 that is in Windows. I'm gonna show some steps how to create it. Actually, it doesn't make that much difference from creating an instance in Ubuntu. As you can see, automatically the Google Cloud gives a name to the instance and also increments the number of the instance that you are creating. You can choose the region. I choose Oregon since we live here, and you can choose the zone. The zone is permanent, so it's not something that you can edit. And also, every time that you choose different configurations, it's going to give even the estimation of this configuration that you have already chosen. As I have been explaining before, I'm going to use the general purpose machine. So I'm going to use the most basic configuration for the instance, and this is actually the cheapest one. If you choose the other configuration, you're going to see that is even a bigger difference in the price, but they are created for other purposes and for other performance. Maybe when you work in a real projects and when you have to work in a Google Cloud, you're gonna understand better which fits better for your project. Also in the machine type, so we're gonna choose the memory that fits. Usually automatically selected the medium one, but since we are creating a demonstration one, we can use micro. If you want, you can use even small one, since we are talking about a Windows Server data center, which takes lots of storage and memory. Maybe you can choose even a small one, but depends on what kind of situation is your account. Maybe you are out of dryer free, so you might not be covered, so it's financial interest to use the smallest one. But you can use even other sizes just to give some more space and to have a better performance of your Windows. I'm going to choose the micro one, and I'm going to go down to the boot disk, and in the boot disk you have different options for the operating systems. As you can see, there are some operating systems that they are provided by Google Cloud, and we're going to go to the last one, which is the Windows Server. If you scroll down to the version, you're going to see that the old versions that the data center offers, actually they are versions that they are the Windows servers that they provide is just the data center version. They don't have standard or the other version. So we're going to select the lastest version, which is the Windows Server 2022 data center, and the standard one, which is enough for the homework that you're going to run. As you can see, the license type here is not free, so you pay as you go. It's different from Ubuntu, that the license type is free. it's very important to pay attention to the details. So actually, all of the cloud platforms like Google Cloud, Microsoft Azure, and also the AWS, they provide lots of tutorials and lots of information about different configurations. So you have to pay attention because this might affect the billing situation. And we're going to allow default access since it is not yet part of explanation of the different users or creating different accounts that they are related. And also we're going to allow HTTP and HTTPS. So these are the basic configuration for creating an instance that is running Ubuntu. That's running Windows. I'm going to create the instance. It's going to take some time for the instance to run. In the moment that it's going to run, so it's going to show some basic information in the screen, like the zone, external IP, and internal IP. Sometimes takes a little bit longer than Ubuntu, but depends on how big is your instances. As you can see, the instance is already is created, and also is creating the RDP, which is the connection type for the Windows instances. It's the same situation with the other instances. You can stop it or you can delete it, and also you can add it by clicking in the instance. You can get more information about the situation of the instance, and if you want to do other configuration, there is an option to edit and also to create similar if you have multiple instances that you want to create with the same configuration. So this is pretty much the basic steps to create an instance in Ubuntu.